Bueno, después de una noche de puras incongruencias, ya estamos aquí en el campo para la clínica con el Rabakov. Estamos aquí con el Excel, acá la Michela y bueno, toda la banda. Acá está el campo que está la verdad bastante bueno.
Mamá, mándame dinero ya.
La iguana por allá está. El campo con sus flables bastante bien.
La operación de pito fue. No, porque me está invitando a una, cabrón.
No entres. ¿De camarógrafo no entres?
No entres.
¿De camarógrafo?
Miren al niño Pablo. Miren nada más al niño Pablo. Mira nada más.
Mira que se cambiaron de él.
Ay. ¿Qué pasó, mi Abdel? Qué bueno porque va a ser la única parte del video que yo salgo porque como
claro.
que sale, güey.
Allá, güey, no sé qué vergas.
Sí, pues aquí estamos.
Yo todavía no tengo afición de los jerseys.
No, I did. I had to pay 150 pesos.
I already watched it.
How far do you come from? From where? I came from Virginia.
¿Quieres un más?
Yeah, we went to.
¿Qué es lo que quieres, iguana? ¿En dónde? ¿Cuáles, güey?
Es que es una tienda que nada más vende
Es una compañía londinense, güey. Se llama Lazy.
independiente.
¿Ah, sí?
Y manda a Estados Unidos a
Ajá.
no sé si se llama la tienda, güey. Pero no mames, qué pan.
Sí, están cabrones.
Haz de cuenta
Pues
que es
pídelos, güey, por internet nada más, güey. Te va a costar, se van a tardar, pero pues no hay de otra,
Es
güey.
como un digital camo, güey, pero de recortes de avión de...
Muchas gracias, muy amable.
Agarras un F-18, güey.
Sí.
Lo cortas,
¿Un avión?
lo avientas hacia arriba, güey.
Y pones los
Y cuando
pantalones.
cae, es este pantalón.
No mames. Está chingoncísimo.
Son puros triángulos así grises y gris oscuro.
Ay, alguna vez los...
Pápalos de conocimiento y se encabronan.
Sí, cierto, porque está el sol de frente acá.
Pues no sé si se supone que es eso.
¿Estás grabando?
Sí. Hola, mamá.
Mamá, sí soy yo.
Está allá, güey. Le das la vuelta al campo y está de aquel lado.
Pero igual no sabemos allá en el torneo mañana, o sea, también nunca lo
Ay.
Is this what it looks like at the tournament? No, in the tournament's gonna be fine. Okay. Yeah, actually it's gonna...
Are you kidding? This is perfect. I'll never die if this is what it looks like in the
Yeah,
tournament.
I know, but no. It's not gonna be like that.
No, it's going to be like exactly how it is. Or like 95%.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
It
get
will be
measures
the
and...
same bunkers like all the years.
Because right now, no one can shoot way up.
Like, you're all happy.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to stand somewhere in this general vicinity.
No seas cabrón, güey, ya están los carros, güey.
Justin's going to start it off for us.
Alright, just want to introduce myself. I'm Justin Rabakov. Obviously, I play for Russian Legion. And before we even start the day, just remember, like, you're going to learn a lot of things and it's going to be a lot to take in. So don't get all stressed out because it's so much. Just take what you can. And remember, like, you can Facebook me or you can Facebook Greg and you can figure out, hey, what do we do during this? But like I said, take what you can and take it to your teammates or take it to your buddies and then tell them about it. But like I said, don't get all stressed out. Just take everything in strides. But what we're going to start out with, we're going to start out in the breakout because a lot of teams, when I was here last time, a lot of teams, they don't know how to hold their gun. They don't know, where they're running, whether they can run a gun or not. They're not making room for their teammates, so people can't have their gun up right away. Good. So, and I know you guys all play in the MPL, right?
Yes.
All right. So, we're gonna play on this field. We're gonna be playing on this field in the tournament. So, want to give you guys just a heads up in the pit box or the starting box before you start, before we go out here, because you need to have everything right here before you can have things right out here. So we're gonna fix everything here first, and then we'll go into some playing, we'll go into some drills, and we'll just go from there. So now for each
Edsel,
spot,
quita mi
you
matraca de ahí,
obviously
¿no?
have your 5 guys on the field. You guys come over here so you can see it. Now, this is always easy to remember. If you're going to the right side, you have your gun in the right hand. If you're going to the left side, you have your gun in the left hand. Always simple, because if I'm running to the right side and I have my gun like this, not only is that bad, but I'm putting a metal object in front of my body, right? Paint is not going to bounce off this. You can have paint bounce off your leg, bounce off your jersey, maybe even bounce off your pack, but it's not going to bounce off your gun. So the first thing you want to do is when you line up, you want to have it behind you, right? You're blocking it with your body. Now, also, when you're running out to the corner, if you're running here, you want to be starting like this. A lot of people like do one of these or try and do one of these and then do this. First of all, if you do that, you're wasting time, because here I can be right here and I'm on the back center, right? But if I start like this and I have my head up, I have to come all the way around, almost to a 180 with my gun. So you're already wasting seconds when that guy can be shooting at you instead of being here and now you're just on him, right? So you want every second to count when you're in the starting box, especially for the back center guys. I don't want to see anyone like doing one of these or like doing one of these, because you're wasting time. That guy's going to be gone. He's going to be in the corner. You want to be right here, that way you can be up. You're just right there, right? It's that easy. So no one should be like doing one of these and coming way up here. And it's same, remember, left side, left hand, right side, right hand, right? No matter what. So you're right here, you can be up and you can be shooting. Right, so remember, we don't want to twist our bodies. We don't want to do 180s with our guns, do 180s with our bodies, because you're just wasting time. Right? So now we have this guy here. He's running out to the corner, or he can do this. Always, 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 wherever you're going on the field, no matter where you're going, you play back center, or you're running to a spot. Keep your gun or your head up. Always keep your eyes downfield when you're running. I don't want to see anyone doing one of these and looking at the corner. Because if you look at the corner, how are you going to know what's in front of you, right? And second, that bunker is not going to go anywhere. The bunker is staked into the ground. So there should be no reason that you have to look at it, because it's never going to move, right? So if I'm here and I'm running and gunning, I don't want to look at the corner, because as soon as I take my eyes off my target, how am I shooting him? You don't know where your balls are going, right? Because you're concentrating on the corner. Remember, that bunker is not going to move, so always keep your eyes up downfield. No matter what, no matter where you're going. If you're running there, eyes up, because I can come here, dive in, and I know what's in front of me. I know I either have a mirror, or I have a corner, or back center, and I know exactly what I can do. Right? So you always want to keep your eyes up. Never be looking at the ground, never be looking at the bunker, because remember, it's never going to move. And don't ever do this.
Yeah, never.
If people run and they put their hand in front of their face,
That's an old style, huh? Yeah.
you're blocking your vision. Everyone's blocking their vision. Why are you going to block your vision? It makes no sense to me. So I don't want to see anyone putting their hand in front of their goggles like this. All right? So we're just going to get people 5 in here with their guns. No paint at first. I'm going to say go, and we'll run through the motions. We'll start here. You play this spot, and then you switch here. You're the back center, then you're a runner here, and then a runner there. Okay? Just so you can learn it. Even if you only play the back center, if you have to go out there, you know what you can do. Right? Remember, always eyes up. Always eyes up. So let's get 5 in here.
Dale.
Let's get one more guy in there.
Dale.
All right, here's what I want. I want you running to the corner, right? You're a shooter. You're going to be running and gunning, but going to the can, right? And you're going to be running and gunning going to the can. I mean, sorry, not the can. The point. All right? Now remember, we don't want to go all the way like this, because you have to twist. Look how much you have to twist your body to get that gun out. You want to be right here. be underneath him because he's gonna run and gun too, so he has to put his gun up. So be underneath him, and now you're just right here going.
And remember, the thing he's stressing about all of this is your tank should be where it is when you shoot, when you break out. My tank should never be off my shoulder. So if you bring your tank up, like if your tank's down here, you still have to bring it off your shoulder and line it up. But if I'm already set to shoot, I can shoot from here up. I already have control of my gun.
Yeah.
So keep your tank in your shoulder as if you're already shooting.
So where are you shooting? Corner, right? So if you're doing one of these, trying to shoot for the corner, look how much you have to come across your body. I'm right here, you're a back center player. Look how much you have to come all the way over here and get set before you can finally shoot him. By that time, that dude's gonna be gone, right? So you wanna be here. You wanna be right with him, right next to each other, because you wanna make room for your runners. Your runners need to make their spots, right? So you guys can be touching right here. I say go, go, and we're right here going, right? So I don't ever wanna see anybody coming across their body, remember? No one should be coming across their body.
The only person that will ever start with their gun across their body are the corner running. Because the only way you couldn't touch the gate is if you were sprinting like this and your gun was back. So they're the only person who would have a gun across the body. Everyone else has it down by their side.
So you're telling me it's easier for me to do this than run like this?
No. It's easier for you to do this right here. If I'm running to that can and I'm shooting back center, I need to make sure he's getting out to the corner, right? I need to make sure I can put paintballs on him. So I need to be right here. He's running to the corner and I'm right here, I'm underneath him.
You're going to the corner,
right
right?
there and I'm shooting.
He's going to the corner?
Right?
Same motion, right. Yeah.
See, if you do this and you're kind of like putting it in front of you, you can do that, but look how much time you're wasting. And you have to go this way, right? When here, you can just run out and up, right? All right, here we go. All right, good. Switch. You don't have to slide or dive into your corners. Just finish out your run and then step off. Yeah, no, that you rotate just to your left.
Sale. Ok. Uno más.
Oh wait, so if you were a runner that way, then yeah, you become the
Ya
shooter.
te pasas
Now
como,
you're the shooter.
como boli.
The shooter, then you become the runner.
¿Sale?
Ready? Go.
See, right here, when you were shooting right-handed, you started across your body, so you had to turn your whole body to get back to that guy, as opposed to starting down, where all I have to do is flip my gun up and I'm already on that lane, right? Yeah, it was kind of a quick start. I saw you trying to switch, but
You did one of these, and you remember you had to rotate your body to get it set and your gun. So by that time, remember, he's going to be gone. He's going to be way gone. You need to be the guy to shoot that guy. So you have to be, every second counts. Every second counts, especially on the break.
with every movement in paintball, the smaller it is, the less chance for error, right? With any game, right? So the less movement you have to do, or the less rotation, the better off you are, the more accurate you're going to be.
Who hasn't done it yet? Yeah, everyone step in.
Vas.
If you're the guy that ran to the corner, then you step off. You just rotate this way. Everyone, we're rotating that way. So you haven't gone yet? You ran to that corner? Yeah, step off. So then he can get in there. And someone get in there. Yeah, so you're in the corner. So as soon as you run to the corner over there, then step off and then you can get back in line. All right, remember, you're going to the can, right? So you want to start just like this. If I'm right here, then I can be right here and I'm shooting the back center for him so he can make the corner. All right, so you don't want to do one of these unless you absolutely have to, because now I have to rotate it all the way around, do a 180 with my gun, and also you're facing away from the field, right? So you want to be here, it's just boom, and I'm ready. Like here, you're facing away from the field, you have to completely turn your head, and then you have to do one of these. All right, so be underneath them.
Estás muy alto, güey. Es un megabúnker.
Hey, left side, left hand. Left side, left hand. Right, so we're going to left side, left hand. If you're doing one of these, you're going to be doing this.
You're good, you know, switch back.
No, that was fine before. Switch hands. Yeah, now, there you go. There you go. You're good now. Ready? Good. All right, also, how many of you guys are on the same team for the tournament? Nobody? Double people?
Both of us.
Okay. And even take this to your team. On the break, there's going to be, most of the time, there's going to be two in the back center. Right? So you guys need to coordinate between each other who's gonna go first, who's gonna stay back, and whoever's gonna go second, right? You don't want both of them here together at the same time. So let's say he needs to dodge a paintball. He tries to dodge, boom, he pushes him out of the bunker, right? So you have to coordinate, and you have to know that, hey, I need to go first so I can shoot this guy and I can be set. Because here, you don't have to be both playing in the bunker, right? You don't have to do that because if you try and do that, then you push him out. You can play off of him, right? I can still play this bunker and I can shoot anybody going to this Dorito.
And you'd be stacked behind him.
Right? I can live over here because I know he's shooting that way, right? And you're not way back like this where anybody can shoot you. You just play off of him. You give him room. That way, if you need to come in, you don't push him at all. You don't touch him, right? So you always need to know, and you need to coordinate. The back center guys need to coordinate who goes first, who stays second, and all of that, right? Because we don't want anyone being pushed out of the bunker.
It's not fun.
All right, let's go. Keep it going.
One more small thing is guys who are going to the corner, right? They're the ones standing straight up, and a lot of guys are taking their barrel, putting their gun over the next guy, and then going. So the job of the first guy who's in front, so if I'm crouched, I start low enough so that I can come out and shoot my lane, but he doesn't have to go over my head. Because the closer I am to him, the more likely we are to get tangled, right? So if you're getting ready to start, I'm gonna start here so that I can still do my job, but I'm not in his way when his gun comes out. Yeah. That way I don't get clocked in the head.
Yeah, you don't want to do a rainbow with your gun because now you're shooting up in the air. Right? So you always want to be set, but you need to give that guy room. It doesn't matter if you're 7 foot or 5 foot. If you're down low, you can still make that run. You can still run and shoot that back center because you're the guy that is just creeping out here. He needs to get his ass out to that corner, right? So you need to give him room and make sure that he can get to his spot. Because if he dies, then you guys are kind of fucked, right? All right, here we go.
Much.
Yep.
There it is. There it is.
Now you crouch down and you stay up. There we go.
There
So that way you don't have to bring your barrel over his head.
Ready? Go. Good job. See, and if you're the guy that goes first, remember, if you're the guy that goes first, you don't want to come here and then stop. Because if you stop, then you're blocking him, right? And let's say someone shoots a paintball, it's going to hit him because you blocked him, right? So if you're the first guy that comes up, you need to come all the way up here. You have to come all the way up here and let him have room. Because you guys were moving and you guys were in good sync, but then you just stopped. You stopped and he kind of ran into you, right? As soon as that happens, he pushes you out, then now you're dead. Remember, so if you're the first guy that goes up, you can't stop. You stop, then your partner's dead, maybe you're dead. You have to make that full run. Finish out your runs. Because if you're doing that like in practice, this is just practice. If you're doing it here, then you're gonna do it in the tournament. So you need to know this is just, just a drill, but if you're not finishing out your runs, then why would you do it in the tournament? Right? Because you're not doing it there. So you need to know you have to finish out your runs no matter where you're going. It's just a little simple drill, but you have to finish it. All right? Here we go, rotate. Ready? Go!
There you go, no rainbow. Stay low.
Good job. Remember, back center guys, coordinate right before I say go. If I say ready, you need to know who's going first.
And then
These guys were confused. These guys got confused. He kind of cut him off.
You don't have to be super
Right? You guys are a team. We're not
Guys
racing.
stop
We're
like in the middle of the field.
Yeah, so you need to know when you step up, I say ready, you need to know who's going first.
¿Quién está a mi izquierda, tú? No, yo ahorita. Ah, tú de... Sí, yo voy.
Pablo.
Ok, entonces...
Ready?
Órale.
¿Aquí así más rápido o lento?
No, pues yo voy rápido, voy primero.
Yo voy rápido.
¿Sale? Oh, ¿quién?
Ready? Go! Good job. Remember, when you finish out your run, you don't want to be sitting back here.
Okay.
Because now
No, I
you're
need
just
to get
sitting.
closer to the
Yeah,
ball.
you have to be as close as possible to him.
You know how you were pushed
Because you
forward
can
like
use
this?
him as a bunker.
That
Because
brings
he's
your
shooting the
movement
other way, right?
forward.
So if
as
he's
far
here,
back as
you
like,
can
if he's
still
far
play
back
right here, right? No one
the
can shoot
further
me.
back you can push
Nobody
in,
can shoot me, but I
the
can
wider your
still
body
play
is
my
here,
bunker,
the smaller your
and I
gun
can
movement,
still shoot people.
as opposed to here
and
where
be
it comes
comfortable.
around. You know,
Right?
you always want it
So
as
you want
far
to
as
be
possible.
close to him because you
So
use
it was
him
good
as
how low you
protection.
were because he didn't have to hit you. But if you can push back into him a little bit and still have him in bounds and be here, it's much easier to come across.
Vamos a hacer el drill.
Yeah.
Ahí te va. 3, 2,
It was good though. You guys
yo me meto más al búnker, güey. Tú vas primero. Pero si no tengo que meter más.
Tú más bien que depende. Si sale más rápido, que no se lo
Tú me dijiste que era rápido. Está bien, pero sí es cierto, me tengo yo que pegar más.
All right, here we go. Okay, one more. Last one. Get 2 more guys in there. Need a runner and a runner. Okay, here we go.
So when you're over here, push back, come out wide, and push as far into me as you can, so that so you can back up, stay as flat as you can. There you go. Now your gun movement's small, and keep the tank in your shoulder. And I'm still over you.
Yeah, as soon as you can, you need to get a tank cover.
So the flatter
That
you
thing's
are
just going to be
against
sliding
this
everywhere,
versus tilted forward,
right?
yeah.
You want
If
your
I'm
gun
tilted forward, I have
steady
to go
all
around.
the
If
time.
I'm here, I'm
Whether
just
you're
flat.
running and gunning or just trying to snap shoot, you want your gun steady, and if it's slipping around, you're never going to be accurate. Ready? Go. Good job. You don't have to push the bunker. You just have to play it.
You get what I mean, though?
All right, here. Okay.
If I'm stepped forward versus
That's a really sharp move.
yeah. I was just saying, like, the second guy was starting like this, so it says I'm still rotating my whole body, versus if I push into my back guy, as flat as I can get against him, my gun movement gets a lot smaller.
Yeah. And this guy right here, he can start out of bounds. As long as his first step is in, then you're good. So you can start back here, you can be on the back line, but as long as that first step comes in bounds, then you're good. So you can give him all the room you want. If he's running to the snake and he's doing one of these and you're starting behind him, right? You can start out of bounds, but that first step has to be in. If that first step is in, then they're not going to call you out. I think no. Because I talked to him last time, and because we were starting out of bounds. I think Mira was actually starting out of bounds. So yeah, all right. So just a recap before we move on. Now the guy running to the corner always has his gun like this, right? Or if he's just running. Remember, if you're just running, I don't want you looking at where you're going. First, you're just going to give it away. You're telling the guy, hey, I'm going to the corner, shoot me. Right? So you don't want to look where you're going. You want to be looking at him. Because you also see what's going on in front of you. Always eyes up, no matter what you're doing. Now, the 2 back center players have to communicate. They have to communicate more than anybody because, A, they communicate to each other, but they also talk to their guys out here. So they always need to be communicating. No matter what drill we're doing, you need to be talking. I don't care if it's about the weather and how it's so hot out here. As long as you're talking, you're going to do it in the game. It's just going to be second nature. You won't even have to think about it. You're just going to go here and you're going to be telling everyone, you know, what's going on. Right? So these guys have to communicate first and foremost before anybody. All right? Now, as he just discussed, you can make room. You can be right here. Be as low as you can. That way this guy can start up here and he can just come over. He doesn't want to do one of these. He doesn't want a rainbow over your head. Right? So start down here. Give him room because all you have to do is this. And now I'm good. You're shooting that back center so he can get out there for you. Right? So he's here, waist, boom. That's it. And I'm right under him. Right? Everyone got it?
I got a question. What's better? To do. I'm gonna do it slow. Boom with a step, long, or just short and then short here.
Well, and now it depends on who's going first.
Okay.
Right? So if this guy's going first, then he can be like this. I do small steps. So because when you do big steps like this,
not so precise.
it's bouncing around.
Right.
So if you do small quick steps, everything's right there. You can make small quick steps the whole time. Your gun's not bouncing. Remember, you want to keep it tight, keep it steady. Because if I'm coming here and I do one of these, it's gonna do that, right? But if I do the small quick steps, then everything's right in a line. Nothing moves, right? So every ball is gonna be right where you want it. So whatever's a personal preference for you, there's no real way to go to the back center. But the small, short steps make it a little more precise.
I was like more like thinking because I feel like this.
Just don't forget it's below the waist.
Yeah, but okay,
Right.
but what I mean is, I feel like I'm winning more space in less time. So I'm
Right.
trying to take more time out of the game, like by doing it long. I know it's not that precise, but that's what I feel. That instead of making it like small,
Right.
am I getting
well,
crazy?
I agree with Justin where you want small steps because your gun doesn't bounce.
Okay.
But I mean, like he said, it depends on if you're going first. So if you're going first and you did that big step, I mean, my preference is to be the second guy. So when I take the second, I turn my gun, start shooting, and then walk. I have a delay. So I already have a straight lane, and then I start my walk, and then, I mean, by that time, I have all this room to play with, and you're in the bunker. Okay. If I was to go in first, I think, I would take that first big step, one big step, and then do the little, you know? just to get out of his way.
Yeah.
So I would break one and then go back to little.
He was doing that.
Yeah, so you don't want to crowd each other. That's why communication, we stress communication a lot no matter where we go. Communication is stressed because these guys need to communicate because, look, we're already having problems whether who should go first or what he should do, right? So you have to communicate. You need to know, like, we're going to be playing together. We'll probably be playing the back center. So it's good that we're already talking about it. We're already communicating before we're going to the tournament. And we know that, hey, he needs to go first. He can make quick steps or a big one long step. And then this guy can just stay here, get on it, and then go to give him room, to give your partner room. All right, so you guys have to know that, and you have to communicate between each other. All right, moving on. We're gonna go straight into some running and gunning, and we're gonna do shooting on the break. So we're gonna be playing this guy here, and we're gonna be playing this guy here. All right, to teach this guy how to shoot on the break, and this guy how to run and gun to shoot this guy going in here. Now, it's this player's job. Obviously, he needs to make that corner, right? And if you can run and gun, and you can put that back center in, you know, that's huge. It's huge if you can shoot this guy in and make your spot, right? So when you're running and gunning, the first thing you want to do is you don't want to aim at him, right? Because you're running this way. I don't want to aim at you because if I'm running this way and aiming at you, all my balls are going to go to the left. They're all going to fly right to the left because my motion is pushing left, so my paintballs are going to go left. So if I'm shooting at you in the yellow, what's your name?
Edgar.
Edgar? Okay, if I'm shooting at him in the yellow, then I'm going to be aiming at you, right? If you're the back center guy, I'm not going to be shooting at you. I'm going to be shooting at him because all my motion, I come here, all my balls are going to go right there, right? So you want to aim to the right. If we're going to the left, you want to aim a little bit to the right, not way over here where I'm trying to shoot Greg, right? So if he's playing here, you want to aim like right here, not like too far over. We're not trying to shoot over by the corner. But you want to always aim to the opposite side. Don't shoot directly at him when you're running and gunning. So if I'm coming here, I'm not going to be shooting you, right? I'm going to be shooting him. So all my balls are going to go right into him. So remember that aim to the right. So if we're going to the left, to the right, then you want to aim a little to the left. All right, so I come here and I aim a little to the left while I run and gun there. So all your balls go right into him. Remember, don't shoot right at him. Shoot to the right or shoot to the left. So when you come out here, it's this right here. I go all the way over. There, I now never took my eyes off. I never took my eyes off my target, ever. Not to look at the bunker, not to see the butterflies in the air or the grass growing. Right? You always want to be looking at your target no matter where you're going. Remember that bunker's not going to move. Now for the guy that's shooting on the break, remember we just talked about it. You want to have it gun up right here. You want to be against the bunker, gun up. You can make those small quick steps. That way all your paint's right there. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, we don't really have targets out here to shoot. So just kind of pretend someone's in the back center. Right, so when you run out here, pretend like he's in the back center. Remember, aim to the right. All right, so let's get in here. We're live now, so everyone have goggles on.
A couple things off of what J-Rab just said is when running and gunning, you have a tendency, when you take a step, you're gonna bounce, right? So wherever I normally hold my gun when I'm playing paintball, I move it like an inch higher. Because that gives me more leverage over my loader. My loader is the heaviest part of my gun on top. That's gonna sway me up and down in any direction. So if I have control with my thumb or the top of my hand of that loader, that gives me a lot better opportunity to keep my barrel steady. The next thing is always start high. If you take your gun and you flatline, you shoot the ball, it doesn't reach the other end, does it? So when you break out, you need to start high and then bring it down as you're going. Because otherwise you're going to be shooting the ground and you can't see the paintballs hit the ground. If you shoot above him or even at his chest height, you're going to find him and he's going to see the paintballs. But if you're shooting the ground, he doesn't see it, he won't flinch, and running and shooting is useless. So hand high, start your gun high, and then bring it down.
Yeah. Remember, when that guy's in the back center, you don't necessarily have to shoot him. You just have to scare him. Because as soon as you scare him, he goes in, you make the corner, right? So all your balls, all they have to do is come close. Close enough to where he has to be like, oh shit, right? Yeah, so he breaks his line, and then you make it. So you don't necessarily have to shoot him every single time, you just have to be close. And like he said, if you're starting just like this, you're going to shoot the ground, he's not going to see any paint, so he's not going to break his line. So even if he sees paint in the air, they're going to come, they're going to be close, so he's got to go in. All right?
Well, one last thing, when you're running and shooting to a bunker, make sure you run and shoot until you are in the bunker and you're sliding. Because if I'm the back center and you shoot at me here, all I'm gonna do is tuck in and shoot the next lane. But if you're still shooting at me, I have to tuck in all the way. My best shot, think about being in the back center. My best shot is right next to the bunker you're trying to get into. So if I shoot all the way to here and then stop, he has 2-3 feet to shoot my head off before I get there. So shoot all the way until you're on the ground and tucking in. Make sure you finish out the drill.
All right, here we go. Jump in there.
You wanna go both sides?
Yeah, let's do both sides.
Okay. So we need, just like the drill, but with paint. 2 back center and 2 in the corners.
Remember, hey, it's only practice, it's just a drill, but you have to finish it out. Because
You're good. 2 in the center.
okay. All right, well, don't stand there because he's gonna shoot your head off.
So I think that's what happened to him.
To make the line cross it to the rock.
Back center, yeah.
Guys, if you're on the snake side, has a
He's the guy who's gonna
target.
shoot you.
Lewis is gonna
So
be
you wanna
running,
put
so if
him
you're
in and go
shooting
to
the
the corner.
snake side, you will have a target.
Missing guys here.
Let's go, rotate.
So you're rotating in? You're rotating in?
Rotate.
1, 2. Hey, we're missing a guy that was right here. Who just shot on this side?
I think it's injured. This guy.
Oh. All right, you ready to go again?
So tú vas al back derecho, Anton?
So you're shooting the back center, going to the corner.
I'm going to the finger, right?
No, you're staying in back center.
Ah, okay, because we're 5, yeah?
Right. No, you're 4. You have 4 guys, right?
4 guys.
A corner, a corner, and then you and the other back center. There's 2 back center.
All right,
You
sí.
work who goes first and second.
Alright, so ¿quién está aquí, güey? ¿Tú?
¿Tú vas adelante?
Yo voy adelante.
Start bringing this after your body.
vas
Bring it
atrás.
back a little bit. Right?
Bueno, allá y acá
Don't
es lo
start
mismo, ¿no,
forward,
güey?
start sideways. Less rotation.
Ready? Go.
Hey, your shots, good. Your shots were on. It hit back
Good
center,
shot.
but make sure you don't have to look. I can see that bunker right now, even though I'm shooting this way, right? So I never want to look. Just check it from right here.
Menos, güey.
Good
No,
dog.
no sabía que era gente allá.
So yeah, you move inside the back center.
And that's it, right? So if I'm here, I'm gonna be shooting this lane right here, right to the right of that tall aspen. And I'm gonna shoot that the whole time. Because A, I can shoot him if he goes to the god, the tall cake, or I can shoot him if he goes to the corner, right, with 1 lane. I'm covering 2 spots with 1 lane. So you don't wanna shoot a lane like just shooting for the corner, right? Yeah, maybe you can hit him if he goes there, but what if he goes to the god? If he goes to the god, then he makes it. So you need to know what spot that you can shoot. And it's the same over here. You want to shoot this spot right here because you can shoot him going to the corner or this little cave, right? So shoot that spot first, then you can be ready for him. Now you're already in front of him and you're ready for him. All right, so remember that. Shoot, shoot, shoot. There he is, boom, stop, and then pick the next lane, right? Pick the next lane every single time, right before he hits your lane. Because remember, that paint is already in the air. There's no reason to keep shooting because remember, you're just wasting seconds. Here we go, get in there. Same drill? Yeah, same drill. Does anyone have any questions? All right. All right, here we go. Ready? Go! Good. Hey, perfect. Perfect. You probably hit him 10 times. Where are you going?
One thing that I told the other team, you guys can go ahead and try it, but they want to go to the 3-1 in the corner.
What are you doing?
You guys are going to the far bunker.
What are you doing?
If I'm shooting this lane, I shoot 1 lane and both of you have to run through. It's kind of dangerous, right? So if I'm on point, I'm going to shoot both. I recommend if you're going to run 1 guy wide, hold 1 guy shorter than him and then have him go. Because if you go to the corner and I go like this, then he wins, right? So if I were you, I'd come up at the can shooting, and as soon as he slides in the corner, I'd go across. Don't even wait. So get up to the can and then just go. That way, you're alive even if he does.
Ready? Here we go, 5 seconds. myself, I need to shoot everybody, right? You don't have to do that. That's why you have to communicate. Especially you guys that are here, you guys 4 play on a team, all of you guys have to communicate. Maybe you were the we're different teams. Right, yeah. I mean, you guys know each other, you play together. Even still, it doesn't matter that even if you don't even know each other, right? You still need to be talking. Because if you talk, now he's going to talk, right? But if you're not talking, why would he talk, right? So, but you have to know that, and this is in practice. So that way you go into the tournament, and you don't even have to think about talking, you're just going to talk. So if you're not doing it in practice, then you're definitely wide. And this, the only job you have is pinching these guys and making sure they can't move. They shouldn't be able to breathe.
And that'll all come back onto communication, like who's shooting where and that whole 9 yards. And my best option, like if Justin's back here and I'm up here, I'm not just going like, can I go? I'm saying, Justin, what are you doing? Can I go? I call him out because he's who I need, right? So if I'm running out, I'm going to be like, Lewis, do this, I'll do this. Or Pablo, do this, I'll do this. I pick individuals, because if I just yell something, it kind of disappears in the mist, right? But if I look at one person, I'm like, Justin, he knows I'm talking to him, and he registers what I'm telling him. And that's how you're going to be like, well, Justin, he goes, I'm rapping, and I know I can go, right? Yeah.
And just what you did when you were sitting here, you were looking at the corner when you were running out here, right? You looked at the corner when you run out here. So yeah, you're not going to know what's in front of you at all. You got here, you were shooting at the corner when there was no one in the corner the whole game. You shot the corner probably for a good 10 seconds before you finally got up and was like, there's nobody here, right? So if you had your head up, you would know right when you dive in here, shit, there's a guy right there, and I know there's not a corner guy because my head was up the whole time. Now I can already be here. Instead of wasting time trying to shoot the snake, or the corner, you can already be rapping. Right? So you guys always have to keep your head up. We're doing these drills, and then you guys are just going right back into doing one of these or looking at the bunker. Always keep your head up. You have to know what's going on in front of you. Watch what these guys are doing and learn from that. Know that you can't do that. Right? Know that if you haven't beat, keep going. Right? Because he stopped, and then he got shot because he hadn't beat, but he kept ready. He stopped. And then he tried to pull up and shoot him, and then mutual. But he could have came, he would have bunkered him and won the game. Go! Hit! Game! Whoa! Hey, one thing, if he has the beat on you get hit, takes advantage of this thing, right? Shooting. You're going to get penalties every single time. Let's keep my barrel ready for him to go wide. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You knew the hit was there, and we had to call you out.
Don't shoot unless you see.
You would have got a penalty. Your buddy would have been dead too. And you did that twice already. You did it in the first game too. If you get shot,
so wait for that shot.
Right? You don't want to get a penalty for your team.
And work with him. That way you can always figure out which direction against your body. Even when you're switching hands, your tank's staying against your body. You always want to stay like.
So, does anyone have any questions about today? Any kind of recap of what they think they may have forgotten?
I think this serves too much.
Yeah.
I just have one of those things I always learn something. I just have one request.
I'd like to see a one-on-one with you and Greg. Hey, where's Greg? Ready! 5 seconds! Go!
Rick,
One more.
you want paint? I think it will.
Ayudé, mañana va a estar todo ensoquetado.
Se lo cogió, güey. No mames. Ya no me acuerdo, güey.
Ready? Wait.
Espera.
There's a little bit.
Préstale tu marcadora, güey.
Ya está. Ready? 5 seconds. Go!
Fuck.
Game!
My gun stopped off the brake.
Good side. What is it? 1-1?